Welcome to Miller Plant Farm here and the continuation into week 20 of our CSA program. Over the last 2 weeks, we have been working on, as you can see here in this nice field of rye, we have been working on drilling our rye and our wheat for next year's harvest. As most of you know, you're able to buy at the store, our straw bales do come from the fall here in the planting season. So as you can just pan out through here and see the nice rows, it looks like we had good germination. We got nice, just a beautiful field of rye here. Now, as we move down the farm here a little bit, wanted to take a minute to show you our beautiful patch of spinach we've had. As Dave, I believe, mentioned earlier in our program, we had a tough time getting our spinach to germinate this year. Just the hot weather made it very difficult for us. Our last planting, however, is really beautiful. We will have that finish up here. We'll have a nice selection for you. As you can see in the background also, the last couple weeks we ran some yellow green beans. These are just the plants that you see below. We have some yellow and some purple. So this is our spinach and green bean patch. Okay, and then just continuing down the farm here, we have a beautiful patch of Brussels sprouts. The large share was able to enjoy them this past week. Just wanted to take a minute to show you guys how this kind of works. But most of the Brussels sprouts that have been harvested so far have been from the bottom, and as you work your way up, you can actually go pretty high up into the plant. It is recommended as you're picking to just break a few leaves off. You don't want to do that at the beginning of the crop. Some people say that, you know, as they start, you should break the leaves. We have learned in the past that it's best to let the Brussels sprouts actually start to form and then break the leaves off. Just helps to make them cleaner and much nicer product. So just wanted to take a minute here to show you the Brussels sprout plant. Okay, and then as you can see here, we have a whole rack of popcorn. In the greenhouse here, we have been drying it. Generally takes us about 4 to 6 weeks to try to get a certain percentage. So technically we're looking for about 14 to 20% moisture, so that we can get as many kernels to pop as possible. Generally, what I have done in the past is my kids have put it in a paper bag, which we have provided for you guys previously in previous years, and close the top, and the kids seem to really enjoy it. I would tend to think that this is something that kids really think really neat. So as you can see here, this year we have used white popcorn. In past we've had yellow. Don't really know, other than it was just a recommendation we had this year from one of our seed reps. We have a pretty nice crop. We've had enough rain at the right time this year to fill the ears out pretty nice. As you can see here, there is some darker kernels. That's just a little bit of cross-pollination. We had it relatively close to our Indian corn crop, and we had just a little bit of dark kernels from that. So if you'd have any questions as to why there's dark kernels, that would help to answer that. The next step we're going to do here today, which is kind of the fun part, is to go ahead over to our store in the microwave and see if we can tell what our percentage is to the best of our knowledge from just popping it in the microwave, and then we'll know if it's ready to go. Our hope is that the last week, which would be week 21, that we would be able to pass 2 or 3 years on to each member of our CSA. Looks like we have a little too much moisture at the moment yet. As we're back out here in the greenhouse, after our test and realized that we need a few more weeks yet. I think the thing to do is to move this a little bit to a different spot and see if we can just get a little more air pulled on it. So we are still hopeful to make week 21, but if not, we will definitely make the hibernation share. As I said from the beginning, generally takes about 4 to 6 weeks. And after looking at the calendar, we harvested this around September the 20th. So we are looking more towards the 4, 5, 6 weeks. So kind of to wrap up this week, I hope you enjoyed the trip around the farm a little bit, and then I hope you learned a little bit of information from the popcorn and some of the other crops, and hopefully you'll be seeing popcorn in your house and watch the kiddos with big smiles on their faces. If not week 21, hibernation week. We thank you.